In the small town of Akrapong, nestled in the rolling hills of rural Ghana, the Church of the Divine Light stood tall, its steeple piercing the sky like a beacon of hope. The townspeople revered the church and its members, who seemed to embody the very essence of righteousness. However, beneath the surface of piety and devotion, a web of deceit and corruption ensnared the church's leaders. The story begins with Alma, a young and ambitious journalist who had recently returned to Akrapong after completing her studies. Alma was determined to make a name for herself by uncovering the truth behind the town's most influential institutions. Her investigative prowess and keen intuition led her to the Church of the Divine Light, where rumors of financial irregularities and hypocrisy had begun to circulate. As Alma dug deeper, she befriended a few church members who seemed genuinely devoted to their faith. They shared their concerns about the church's leadership, whispering tales of embezzlement and favoritism. Alma's curiosity was piqued, and she decided to attend a church service to observe the dynamics firsthand. During the service, Alma was struck by the charismatic preacher's words, which seemed to resonate deeply with the congregation. However, she noticed that the preacher's tone shifted when addressing the church's financial matters. The emphasis on tithing and donations seemed almost coercive. Alma's journalist instincts kicked in, and she began to investigate further. Alma discovered that the church's leaders were using their positions to exploit the congregation's generosity. They would solicit large donations, promising blessings and prosperity in return. Those who refused to give were ostracized and labeled as unfaithful. The church's treasurer, a man named Brother Samuel, was particularly ruthless in his pursuit of wealth. As Alma continued her investigation, she faced resistance from the church's members, who accused her of being of the devil. They claimed that she was spreading lies and attempting to undermine the church's authority. Alma's family and friends were torn between their loyalty to her and their fear of being associated with someone who was attacking the church. Despite the challenges, Alma persevered, driven by her commitment to uncovering the truth. She gathered evidence of the church's financial malpractices and prepared to expose the corruption. However, just as she was about to publish her findings, she received a threatening message from an unknown number. "Leave the church alone, or you'll face the consequences." Alma was undeterred, knowing that her investigation had struck a nerve. She continued to dig deeper, determined to bring the truth to light. The church's leaders, sensing that their